April 8, 1974, Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, fourth inning, 53,775 people, the largest crowd in Braves history, are on their feet before anything has even happened. Hank Aaron steps into the batter's box, one swing away from a record that has stood for nearly 40 years. Al Downing is on the mound for the Los Angeles Dodgers. The count, 1 ball, no strikes. Downing throws a fastball. Aaron swings. The ball climbs high deep toward left center field and keeps climbing. It clears the wall. 715. In the Braves bullpen, relief pitcher Tom House catches the ball on the fly and starts running through the outfield all the way to home plate. 2 young men run onto the field as Aaron rounds second base. For a moment, nobody in the stadium seems sure what they want. They only want to pat him on the back. Aaron rounds third. His parents are waiting near home plate. His teammates lift him off the ground. He shakes his father's hand. He hugs his mother and over her shoulder reaches out and takes the ball from House, who has just arrived breathless from the bullpen. "Here it is, Hammer," House says. "Thanks, kid," Aaron says back. Then he's handed a microphone in front of a sold-out stadium on the single greatest night of his professional life. "I just thank God it's all over." To understand why a man would say that on a night like that, you have to go back further than April 8th. Henry Aaron was born in Mobile, Alabama in 1934. He began his professional career in the Negro Leagues in 1952 and joined the Milwaukee Braves 2 years later, 7 years after Jackie Robinson had integrated Major League Baseball. By 1957, he was the National League's most valuable player and hit 3 home runs in that year's World Series as the Braves beat the heavily favored New York Yankees. By the time the franchise moved to Atlanta in 1966, Aaron was closing in on a number that baseball had treated as close to sacred for nearly 4 decades. Babe Ruth hit his 714th and final home run in 1935. In the 38 years since, no one had gotten within real reach of it. By the summer of 1973, Aaron was close enough that the chase became the biggest story in the sport, and with it came something else. Aaron received an estimated 3,000 letters a day at the peak of the chase. By the end of 1973 alone, he had received more than 900,000 pieces of mail, enough that the US Postal Service gave him a plaque for receiving more mail that year than any American who didn't hold public office. A large share of it was hate mail. Some of it was direct death threats from people who did not want a black man to hold this specific record. This was 1973, 26 years after Jackie Robinson had integrated the majors. Long enough that some considered the sports color line a settled matter. Not long enough, it turned out, for everyone. Aaron had security escorted to and from the ballpark. On some road trips, he wouldn't leave the team hotel. His meals were delivered to his room, rather than risk him walking into a restaurant. The 1973 season ended with Aaron 1 home run short of the record at 713, which meant an entire off-season passed with the record still unbroken and the threats still arriving. On opening day, April 4th, 1974, in Cincinnati, Aaron tied the record on his very first swing of the season, off Reds pitcher Jack Billingham. The Braves wanted him to break the record at home in Atlanta, not on the road, so they benched him for the next game. Commissioner Bowie Kuhn intervened and ordered the team to play him. Aaron went 0 for 3 in the series finale, which meant that by the time the Braves came home for their opener on April 8th, everyone in that stadium already knew what they might be about to see. What happened in the 4th inning has been broadcast, replayed and described more times than almost any other single swing in baseball history. Downing's pitch was a fastball. Aaron had seen enough of Downing's pitching by then to know exactly what to do with one. The contact was clean. Aaron didn't celebrate immediately, didn't watch it, didn't admire it. He put his head down and ran, the same way he'd rounded the bases after 714 other home runs. 3 broadcasters called it live that night, for 3 different networks and 3 different audiences. Kurt Godey called it nationally for NBC. Milo Hamilton called it for the Braves. Vin Scully called it for the Dodgers, and used his call to speak directly about what the moment meant for the country, not just for the sport. None of them could broadcast what Aaron had actually been carrying for the better part of 2 years to get to that one swing. At home plate, his teammates hoisted him onto their shoulders. His father shook his son's hand. His mother held on to him for a long moment before letting go. Then Aaron took the microphone and instead of a victory speech, gave the stadium 8 words. "I just thank God it's all over." Aaron played the rest of that season and 2 more full seasons after it. He finished his career with 755 home runs. The record stood for 33 years. In 2007, Barry Bonds passed it, finishing his own career with 762. Bonds' record has been shadowed ever since by allegations of performance-enhancing drug use, allegations that have never fully gone away and that many in and around baseball have never fully accepted, which means that, to a large number of people who follow the sport, Aaron is still, in the way that matters most, the real home run king. The official record book says otherwise. The public's memory doesn't always agree with the record book. Aaron also finished his career with 2,297 runs batted in, still the all-time record, one that has never been seriously threatened since. Aaron was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1982 and spent much of the following decades working in the Braves front office and in community and civil rights causes around Atlanta. In 2024, 50 years after that night, the National Baseball Hall of Fame unveiled a statue of Aaron. Hank Aaron died on January 22, 2021, at 86 years old. Of everything said and written about him in the years since, one sentence keeps getting quoted more than any other. Not because it was the most triumphant thing he ever said, but because it might have been the most honest. "I just thank God it's all over."